Consider supporting Sonic Guru Productions on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.
Well, speaking of Sega news, one of their announcements, besides the Fog Gaming, which basically acts as little cloud service between arcade units, which is great technology-wise, but I don't give a shit about technology. I don't give a shit about frames per second. 30, 60, don't care. Does it look like I can play and see what I'm doing? Fine.
Anyway. As long as it doesn't dip up and down, that's where it gets tricky.
Oh, believe me, when it jumps to 5 frames per second, I was like, I just want to hit the quick button, please. I want to get out of this.
Exactly, yeah, that's where it gets tricky.
My old laptop did that with nearly every single game I owned on Steam. I could not play for shit. All I could do was just play Game Boy Advance games.
Oh boy.
Especially that 2 weeks I had no internet to play Pokemon Emerald. I beat it. Well, anyway, one of the other news is delving more into the mini consoles, which I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't done the mini N64 yet, which I really want. I want a mini N64. But Sega's coming back, and instead of a mini Saturn or mini Dreamcast, it's the Game Gear Micro. What in the blue blazes is this?
There's one thing you expect from Sega is the unexpected. That's the one thing they know how to do.
Yeah, no one called this. But even if they had to do, let me just get the facts out of the way before I go into my opinion.
Yeah, go on.
Is they're releasing the Game Gear Micro, 4 different colored Game Gears, about the size of a Joy-Con, maybe.
Well, we're going to say, how small was the Game Boy Micro? How small was that little bugger?
Oh, that was like this.
Ooh.
A good 3.5 inches wide.
Okay, then.
This, I'm trying to find the freaking size of it.
Yeah, it's tiny. We know that.
It is.
It's a tiny little thing.
I can't see the freaking size. I think one of them said was 8 centimeters. Like, these are small.
Yeah.
And there's 4 different versions, each with 4 games on it. Which, granted, if you're going to release these as little keychain things, so when you're waiting for a freaking train to arrive, fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the possibility of you able to play this with these gigantic things we use every day?
Yeah, have you tried? You've got a Switch, haven't you?
No, but I have played on one. I've definitely played on one.
Have you tried using just the Joy-Cons alone?
I think maybe once with you when we were doing one of those like play games. I think once.
Yeah, we went to Random Encounters, I think.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if you're in York, go and check it out. It's a great video game cafe, if it's open at all.
Yeah.
But what the fuck? These are 4 small, different colored Game Gears, each with 4 games each. And the Game Gear itself is a fucking bulky machine. You could fit 12 of these into the fucking thing, probably even more.
Well, it was
a big, bulky thing. Like, if you did half the size, make it like the size of a Game Boy Advance, if not smaller, that would be fine. But 12 games or 20 games, there wasn't that much of a library of Game Gear games. The games like the black one, Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo Zoo, Outrun, and Royal Stone. Blue Game Gear, Sonic and Tails, Sonic Chaos, Gunstar Heroes, which I completely forgot there even was a Game Gear version. I'm aware those are Rise Star and Damn It Heady for a Game Gear, but Gunstar Heroes, Sylvian Tail, and Baku Baku Animal. Yellow is Shining Force Gaiden, Shining Force Gaiden 2, Shining Force Gaiden Final Conflict, and Nazo Puyo. Red, Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible, Megami Tensei Gaiden Last Bible Special, the Game Gear Shinobi, and Columns. Again, all these game selections is just half of them I'm aware of, because I've seen most of these be Japanese exclusive.
Yeah.
Because I would say if you're going to release a smaller version of the Game Gear, it should be at least 2 to 4 times the size of what the hell you're making, and 4 to 5 times the amount of games.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot of one of what's supposed to be is on the screen. So they're doing a similar thing like mini consoles are doing, where you can select from whichever game in the different menu thing. And I guarantee you, someone will find a way of trying to shove more into that tiny little thing. I mean, put it this way. It's kind of ironic that you said the Game Gear was a massive thing of its time. It was like a mini TV, which you remember when portable
which you could actually use as a TV.
Yes, and do. In fact, I still have one lying around in my house somewhere. But put it this way: the fact is that this is like more or less what we've been using for the last couple of years. So this technology, right? So the fact is, we've got the Game Gear even smaller than a regular mobile phone. It says a lot of how far we've come technology-wise, but also it just makes me wonder, how much you can shove into into a chip to have the entire processing power of what was, cutting edge back in 10 years ago.
Like it's small, probably just as slightly bigger than this Pocket Adventure cartridge.
Yeah, God almighty.
Like, can I? I know. Nah.
Yeah.
It's like playing with a Tamagotchi, and actually, that's probably the best comparison. It's like playing with a Tamagotchi.
Comparison. Yeah, I mean, we were back at the age where Tamagotchi was the thing, and I remember, hell, I've even got actually, here's a good one. This Digimon. Look at these things.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, look at this.
But that's the real Tamagotchi. That's what Tamagotchi is based on.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the fact is this is how my hands now with this tiny little thing. I mean, I would have been able to easily push a button, but if I do it now, God almighty, if I tried to do the game as it was, I wouldn't be able to have the patience, let alone the reaction skill, I think, for that damn thing anymore.
Oh. I mean, I would have gone straight to the Saturn and try and emulate the games from that, which is hard in itself, but we have dedicated people who can do emulation of the Sega Saturn. We've seen it.
Yeah.
You've also managed to port of Panzer Dragoon 1 inside Panzer Dragoon Auto. That's an unlockable. So
yeah.
And plus that was also on the Sega PC. There's a bunch of games made for the Saturn that you can move onto a dedicated emulation system using the Yabuse, or how you fucking pronounce it, emulator.
Yeah, there's an emulator.
Give people a chance to play Sonic R and Sonic 3D Blast, that version. Play Knights and actually release a freaking separate USB 3D controller. Give me a chance to play Burning Rangers, for fuck's sake. That's the one Sonic Team game I have not played.
No.
And a bunch of like Pandragoon Saga, which is apparently a really good, very rare RPG to find. Maybe some original Virtua Fighter or Virtua Cop.
I was going to say,
I would have gone straight to that and actually proved to people like that you can play the Saturn now without actually trying to find a Sega Saturn and the rarest of rare uncommon games.
I mean, more or less, this is probably just a fun thing for them to do. I mean, it is Sega's 60th anniversary, so this is just a fun little throwaway. Here's a fun little thing if you want. Here's a gimmick, here's a gadget, essentially.
Which has surprisingly sold out.
Well, there you go. I mean, that just proves it. I mean, first of all, if we sold out, when the mini SNES happened, I mean, you can get that for quite a while, that bad boy.
No. It's like, we retail it for 60. I'll buy it for 200. I need it. Kids want it.
Yeah.
And
so
I'll bet just you got a Wii, hack that, okay? It's like, you want to teach developers a lesson, just hack the fucking Wii, okay? That's what I did. I wanted to play Battle Kid, okay?
It's funny, I will say, looking back at it, I mean, the funny thing, the Game Gear was more of because it was definitely over here a lot in the UK. I mean, it's one of those weird things where, like the Master System.
Sega was more apparent in the UK than it was in America. Because they had a much more larger market, and plus, Nintendo got dicked over when it came to that localization.
Yeah, they did.
Plus, you're out to spend $60 on $60 to $90 quid on a freaking NES game, or 30 to 50 quid on a Master System title. Give me Golden Axe Warrior, thank you.
But like I said, the Game Gear is interesting because, again, like I said, it was a thing a lot in the UK, particularly back in the mid-90s, like that and the Master System. But also, like you said, I mean, we've had Game Gear versions of like Sonic 1, 2, what was it? Is there a game? There's a pinball one. There's those two Tails games. So it has been put in like those various compilations.
Chaos, Triple, Blast, Drift 2, Mean Machine, Spinball, Tails Adventure, Tails Sky Patrol.
Exactly. So like I said, it's been emulated many times, the Game Gear stuff, and I'm kind of curious, in comparison to like a Game Boy, like what was the big difference between the two, aside from you could get color? I think that was the big thing at the time, that this was the color handheld system.
It had color and it had a backlight, which that sells me on the freaking console in itself. It's like I can play it at night. I have to freaking jostle a freaking cable in, and it's like I can see what I'm doing, but I can't see the screen because of the fucking glare. But yeah, these gonna be retailing for 4,980 yen, which is about 36 quid and $45-46. That's at the current exchange rate. Guaranteed it'll be like 40 quid and at least $50.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if I see one on the cheap or someone gives me one, fine. But it's not really something I would sought after. Not compared to the Genesis, the Mega Drive Mini, or even I don't know, I got a slight want to actually get a PlayStation Classic just so I can hack the fucker.
Yeah, like I said, there will be people who will be able to shove more in that time lock machine. I personally would just like to see this in real life because, like I said, I remember when the Game Boy Micro was a thing. I did see one, but again, it's one of those weird things. I do not remember anything else. I remember when they announced it and, just showing it off, but I don't remember anyone having one, playing it, or even what sales it did for Nintendo. Like, it was just, if this is Sega's equivalent of the Game Boy Micro, which is, here's something we're doing for a laugh. It's not going to make a lot of money, but hey, see what happens.
Well, it's probably the same reason why there's 5 different versions of the 3DS on the market.
But that's Nintendo. That's Nintendo's business side of things, I think, more than anything else.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll expect this next year.